The medicine part was, I love a good puzzle. I found more interest in solving a puzzle of what's wrong with this animal that can't speak to me, that I've got to figure out through chance, through good physical exams, through good imaging, through everything that becomes a piece of that puzzle, putting it together, and then hopefully seeing that animal improve.
For Dr. Carol K. Clark, that curiosity and the drive to solve complex problems has guided a lifelong career in veterinary medicine.
I'm not really sure where along the line I decided I wanted to become a veterinarian. I liked science, I liked math, I liked the outdoors. I've always loved animals. I had pet snakes, I had a dog, I had a cat. My love for horses did probably come from my grandpa Clark, Blackie as he was known. He had run a kind of a dude ranch in Richmond, Texas. He was an old cowboy and just kind of taught me how to handle a horse.
Long before she understood the science, Clark was building a connection to animals.
And I was 14 or 15, and my mom said, "What do you think you might want to do to make some money?" And I said, for whatever reason, maybe I should go work at a veterinarian clinic. I worked at Westbury Animal Hospital, and I was amazed and absolutely very lucky that my first experience with veterinary medicine was at an AHA hospital with specialists, 24-hour care. You know, it's not just your average veterinary hospitals.
That early experience set a high bar and gave her a clear picture of what a career could look like in veterinary medicine. At Texas A&M, Clark continued to build that foundation, working alongside faculty who helped shape her path.
There was a lot of accessibility of students to mentors, and you never felt like a door was closed to you. You could go to talk to anyone at any time. I always felt like there was a very strong network for support and mentorship. That supportive, nurturing environment that was very important in my career. I was lucky enough to, just by chance actually, with a colleague, a classmate that decided that he wanted to do small animal medicine all of a sudden. He had the internship that I really wanted at Peterson-Smith Equine Hospital, and he said, "Carol, I've decided to do small animal. Would you like my position?" And I said yes. We got on the phone, and that's how I got the externship.
That decision brought her to Ocala, Florida, where she would build her career.
Ocala is the horse capital of the world, we like to say. Other places might argue that, but we have the most diverse equine population here. There's probably not a breed that exists that I haven't seen or worked on, including zebras. I was also allowed to develop my love for surgery. I found it amazingly fulfilling to be able to do surgery, especially emergency surgery. I saw no reason why I couldn't take the case from start to finish. And to me, it's medicine before they get on the table and medicine after they get on the table. And this practice has been really great for me to be able to practice all parts of, not just being nailed into just medicine or just one specialty. And that's been really fulfilling.
That problem-solving mindset would lead to a discovery with a national impact.
When this case came through our hospital, it was about 2008. I was working with one of our interns, and I said, okay, so we have this anemic horse who seems to have evidence of a hemolytic anemia. And he said, well, what about a blood slide? And I said, well, we're never, we don't have those diseases in the US. We're not going to see anything. But we made a blood slide. Turns out he was from Puerto Rico, where they have piroplasmosis as an endemic disease. I made a blood slide, and sure enough, there were little eyes staring back at me from the middle of red blood cells, which is what piroplasmosis looked like. And I did a double take, and I thought, this can't be happening, and sure enough, it was happening. We identified the first case of piroplasmosis that had been seen in the U.S. In a non-imported horse.
This discovery prompted broader testing, leading to cases being identified across the country.
It was really interesting how everything just fell into place from one little horse being identified in Ocala, Florida.
Over time, Clark's role expanded beyond clinical work and into leadership.
At Peterson-Smith, When I started here, we really didn't have a medicine practice. It was traditionally a surgical referral facility. And I'm very proud of the strong caseload that we have made. That I was one of the few internal medicine people that could feel very comfortable doing a dystocia, doing a C-section, doing a colic surgery. Along the way, I was offered a partnership here in 2003. Never anticipated being a practice owner, I guess, but along the way it just seemed to be what needed to be done and what fit. Being a practice owner has bring its own challenges, but that's been really fulfilling as well.
Mentorship has been a constant throughout her career. Today, it continues to inspire how she leads others.
Choosing good mentors and having good mentors and being a mentor have been important parts of my career. Young people ask questions, and they ask good questions. Sometimes I don't know the answer, but then we have to go figure it out. What's the answer? So I think they have led to an increased enjoyment in my career because it's a give and take. It keeps you on your toes.
Throughout her career, relationships have played a defining role in her journey.
Dr. Ben Johnston, Dr. L.D. Eckerman, and Dr. Steve Taylor were very important mentors when I was at Westbury Animal Hospital. Dr. Bud Smith when I was at Brenham Veterinary Hospital. Dr. Sloan and Dr. Hughes have been very important mentors teaching me surgery at Peterson Smith. Dr. Keith Chafin, Dr. Noah Cohen were very important in my education as a fourth-year veterinary student at Texas A&M. Dr. John Peterson of Peterson Smith and Dr. Johnny Mack Smith of Peterson Smith, but they were huge mentors. I'd also like to thank my mentors in my residency, Dr. Al Merritt, Dr. Rob Mackay, Dr. Guy Lester, and Dr. Lucy Edens. They were great mentors and helped shape me into the internal medicine specialist that I am today.
After decades in veterinary medicine, her impact can be seen in the patients she's treated, the research she's contributed to, and the people she's helped along the way.
Being recognized as an outstanding alumna was a shock and a surprise, but it also made me feel incredibly lucky to have met the people that I've met along the way, had the mentors that I've had along the way, the colleagues, people that would go out of their way to write letters on my behalf about a career that I hadn't even stopped to think about. It made me feel lucky and honored to have the colleagues and the network that I've built throughout my career.